BLUETTI has made some questionable products in the past, varying in price and unfortunately quality. So when we originally got our hands on this BLUETTI Fridge Power, we were super skeptical. But after doing a full review on this thing, we actually loved it because it's basically a slim power station, which in my opinion is a design the industry can really benefit from. So today in this video, we want to share with you guys our 5 favorite features about this BLUETTI and 5 places it works other than a fridge. Welcome back to the lab where our opinions cannot be bought. This right here is the BLUETTI Fridge Power. If you don't know what this thing is and you want to learn more, go check out our video that we did on the main Solar Lab channel. But pretty much it's a very slim power station. It has 2016 watt hours. It has a 1800 watt continuous inverter. It does have expansion batteries like the one behind me. And the best thing here is it charges with solar. At the time of filming, the BLUETTI is $721 with our code. And before we jump into our 5 favorite features, as always, we have links down in the description to the BLUETTI and any codes that we can get you from BLUETTI to save you guys some money. If you don't know what power station you need, you can go check out the power station quiz. It'll be a super quick 30-second quiz that you can do that will give you an instant recommendation for a power station that suits your needs and that we actually recommend. Anyways, let's jump into our favorite features. My first favorite feature is honestly the best, that it is 77 millimeters thick. Now, BLUETTI knows that using 77 millimeters is going to make it seem a lot smaller than it is, but it's really 3 inches. So my second favorite feature is that the app actually makes sure that the BLUETTI is charged in case there is a storm or something like that. It has weather alerts, so it will fully charge up as soon as it sees a storm approaching. And my third favorite feature is that every 3 months that this thing recycles itself. So even if you have it on your fridge, just sitting there dormant in UPS mode, the battery is going to maintain its health by doing a full discharge every 3 months. So BLUETTI was actually pretty smart with my 4th favorite thing. Obviously, it's so slim that it doesn't come with a screen. And even if it did have one, you're not really gonna see it because it's gonna be on your fridge. So for an extra charge, BLUETTI came out with this monitoring screen that you can buy and just, it has a stand over here so you can put it on your table or something like that, and even has a magnet so you can put it just directly on your fridge. It's pretty nice if you don't have your phone, you don't have to go open the app and monitor it that way. You can just do it right from the fridge and you can check your inputs and your outputs and see what your battery's actually doing. And my last favorite feature is that it is expandable. I really value expandability. Having to not buy a whole new power station because my needs changed is actually very important to me. Especially in this video, when you're not just gonna use this thing for your fridge, it is nice to have expandability, and they're only $600, so it's not super crazy to expand. So anyways, those are our 5 favorite features. Now let's go check out 5 use cases that the BLUETTI Fridge Power would be pretty useful for.
So the first thing I'd use the BLUETTI Fridge Power on is something like a sump pump. Because the BLUETTI has that UPS mode built in for fridges, it'd work perfect for a sump pump because of the UPS. You can just cycle the battery on and off. You're not gonna waste that power. And it has a really good surge rating. So if you do have a sump pump that has that 1500 watt surge to get it started, this is gonna be able to tackle that. I'll show you kind of in the back here what it looks like and how I'd set it up. So for me, it would work a couple different ways. Like I would put it on the wall, kind of like this, where it's up and out of the way of the water, because I can still grab my plug, go up, plug it in up top, and mount it to the wall. Everything would work. You could also do it sideways, like this. Because of all the brackets that come with it, you're able to set it up that way. And besides the fact that it does have a really good UPS, another reason I'd want to put it in there is because it's so slim. It's something that makes the Fridge Power different and unique and makes it better than a big bulky power station. As you can see here, we have a very tight sump pump setup, but a lot of other people are even tighter than this and they can't fit a big bulky power station in there. So having something like this with a huge battery capacity is very beneficial when you are tight on space and you just need to get stuff running. That brings us into my next point about camping and RVing and just living off grid. So for something like camping or RVing or like Jeep life, van life, where space is very limited, Normally the setup is a big power station in the back taking up a lot of space to run a fridge or lights or stuff like that. But the BLUETTI Fridge Power is perfect because you don't need to have a huge power station like this because it has the 120 volt plugs. So for example, let's move this super heavy Pecron here. It can slide right on top of my fridge and I can just plug it in, and I have so much more room to just fit like my luggage or my tent or anything else that I want because I freed up the space. We live in a place that gets a lot of harsh winters. If we do get stuck on the side of the road, we're able to charge our jump packs, for example, charge our phones. With this, if we just have it in the back, you can put it in your trunk, put it underneath your seat, and you'll be able to charge basically all your devices for as long as this battery will last. Because it has that big battery capacity, it's going to last a long time.
The third place that this would be great in my opinion is a tiny home or a cabin. Both Josh and Dylan have tiny homes that have very limited space. Dylan right now uses an F3000 that is underneath his sink, which is obviously not ideal, but it's the only place that he can fit it. So something like this is a lot easier to hide, it's way slimmer, and it's not going to take up as much space as a normal traditional power station. You can even tuck away this power station with a expandable battery, so you have that extra little bit of capacity, and it's super easy to hide, which is the best. Fits under a bed or in a drawer. Josh just has his Delta Pros on the floor in his utility room, and you can clear up all of that floor space by just mounting these on the wall and getting them out of the way. Overall, it's a super versatile unit, and you can literally put it anywhere you want. And the fourth thing is desktop UPS. This is honestly my favorite and where I think that this battery is most beneficial to me as an editor and creator. I like having this right underneath my desktop because it's techie, it's pretty cool, and it just hides right underneath my desktop. And it's nice to have that safety feature of UPS. If my power does go out, I'm gonna be able to continue working on whatever I wanted without even knowing the power went out. And because of the dual AC ports, I can also charge my phone or run speakers or anything like that.
And then this one comes as no surprise. We make content. So this is great for content creation. We can really take it anywhere. We can put it in our car, as I said before, and it's really portable and can go everywhere with us. And it's great because if I need to charge my drone batteries, my camera batteries, or I need to do big stuff for setups like lights, microphones, or even if I need to bring my desktop with me, which is like I never would, but if I needed to bring my desktop with me, I can literally do that, or even my Wi-Fi, and I can do this with no problem because of the AC ports. Now, I wish they did have DC ports on it, and I think that'll probably be a next variation of this slim power station vibe that they got going on here. We use it a lot when we don't want to carry around big power stations because it's just nice and it fits in a little baby tiny spot, and it works perfect.
Overall, BLUETTI has set the standard for power stations, and we love that they have innovated and basically trailblazed this very small power station that is super capable. This is a new lane, and we see so much potential for brands like Anker or EcoFlow to do something like this in the future. Honestly, if BLUETTI gave this like any USBs or a couple extra ports, this would be a game changer for portable power. As always, like I said before, links for this product will be down in the description, as well as any codes that we can get from BLUETTI to save you guys some money. As well, we have our power station quiz. If this one just isn't looking the best for you, you can go take that quick 30-second quiz. It's going to give you an instant recommendation on a unit we would actually recommend. Anyways, make sure you guys are subscribed for all of our future videos. That's it for today. Peace out and stay charged.